is Flip, and man, oh man, I think I'm live. I'm pretty sure I'm live. I don't know why it's so dark. Because I do have. Wait, let me see if the stream is going on. I have the stream opened. Oh, there it is. We are live. Okay, okay, okay. Great. Okay. Now, I did this way later than I did last time. I don't know how many people to expect. I know the chapter is out officially for a couple hours now. I do need a light maybe closer to my face. There it is. There we go. But yeah, last time we got to watch a lot of different episodes at the same time. This time around, I'm only doing one chapter. We're doing 1177. And we had a 2 week break. What's interesting about this is the last chapter. 1176 was where we got Dory and Broggy moments, which coincides casually with the One Piece live action one, where we meet Dory and Broggy. Of course, they changed a couple things around, and I really loved it. Our live action Chopper appeared in that one. And last chapter, we didn't get to see anything from Usopp. Usopp went like, the reason why I'm banking on the title and the thumbnail purely on Usopp, even changing the little logo for One Piece with the Usopp One Piece logo, is because, for one, I really, really expect Usopp to do something, not specifically this chapter with this arc. Now, after watching the One Piece live action, I was really, really mad at the idea that Usopp had been like what we've been waiting for over 26 years. Yeah, 26 years since he declared that he wanted to go to Elbaf and to become a brave warrior, and he hasn't done it. He hasn't done anything. He's on a completely other side of the island. So watching him being called a Lord of Destruction and doing all these things and actually proclaiming in live action, I was very pissed at the fact that he is doing more in live action when he didn't even do all that much in the original. And we don't get to see him do any of these things in the manga in his respective arc. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt to Oda, because if Oda is, maybe he's waiting, because he's always giving his little input, and I know he, like, for example, he delayed doing things with Frankie because he was expecting his friend, the voice actor, to get better, and then he retired. So now he's doing all these things with Frankie. We saw it in the last chapter, where he got the Super Vega Cola. So yeah, I'm expecting Usopp, if Oda if he was waiting for this moment so that people get excited and, like, I don't know what he was expecting, what he was exactly waiting for, but he probably was waiting for the live action. Usopp should be doing something this chapter, and I'm banking on it because I'm really pissed. I am really pissed. Also, let me turn off the desktop audio really quickly because I am getting Java update things and they are very loud. So anyways, without delaying any further and allowing the few people that wanted to come in, I know we got a couple chatters last time. People did some things in the last chapter. Chopper didn't get to do anything. So Chopper, maybe you get to do something this chapter. I don't know. We're always waiting for him. He's my favorite. These are my two favorite characters, guys. Usopp and Chopper. Specifically Chopper. I love Chopper, as you might notice. In fact, let me move over a little, just to give him a little room. Maybe we should add a little Usopp over here or something. Oh, sorry, I just ate. Okay. One Piece, chapter 1177, called Furious. Okay, and so we get what I assume is Nico Robin. Reader request: Robin planting flowers in a bed dug up by moles, by Mrs. Fuji. And so we get this little cover request for this in what seems to be, and we see her, like, with the Cien Fleur taking the things like this, right? The little flowers. Also, I just remembered I didn't post the link. Give me a second. This is what happens when I'm not used to doing these things in it live. I'm used to doing these pre-recorded. I usually, when I go live, I send it out in here on the Discord so everyone knows I'm live. At everyone live, everyone live on YouTube for One Piece Manga Reaction. Okay, there you go. There you go. Okay, now people know. At least it's out. Okay, maybe people come. I don't know. We shall see. I don't mind or expect much. Let's continue. Okay, into the chapter 1177. Let's go. So, Western Village Elbath, which still written with PH, which never makes sense. I don't know why they do that for the official. Um, when it's very clear it's supposed to be Fable the other way around. Whatever. Okay, let's ignore that. And so we see the giants. They're going, look out! Whoa, gotta hurry! And Jarul seems to be in the background. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Oh, and the parents are with the children. I remember they got saved last reaction. Whoa, the giant pirates are gonna fight. And so that's Colin being like, whoa, yo, the pirate warriors, over the Bob. Very interesting. Yo, Bob, welcome to the chat. Welcome, 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 welcome. I don't know if you're caught up with One Piece or anything, but like, just putting it out here, major spoilers. We are in the most recent chapter, and we're reading it live. So I appreciate you being here, and I hope you can stick around if you want to. I will be reading the chapter. I will be interacting with people, and you can see our beautiful Chopper over here. Maybe he does something this chapter, but I'm not counting on it. This is supposed to be Usopp's chapter, in my opinion. And if Oda doesn't do it, he can suck an egg, and I will be mad. I'll be really mad. I just went on a full tangent for like 6 minutes about why I'm mad that Usopp hasn't done anything and he has to do something in this chapter. I'm done with this. Okay, let's continue the chapter. It's gonna get hairy, kid. Inside with you. You're not allowed to watch this. And so Colin is smiling very big across his face that I don't have. And so we see one of the giant warrior pirates with a sword, and he's about to come in. So we see all the giant warrior pirates devils, and as we remember from the last chapter, if you kill them, they turn back, which doesn't make any sense. That's not how Reversi plays, but whatever. Yes, sir. Yo, Bob, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy to have you join the crew for us today. I know it's only one person watching, technically two, but even if no one watches me, I'm very happy to do these. I've been doing this for 2 years, and I've had no one watching me, except my two good men who always watch my reactions. Except recently, apparently they didn't know that I was doing these in this format now. So Pigeon Dude and Duncan, shout out to you guys. I think Duncan doesn't watch live streams, but I know he will watch it afterwards, so it's fine. Duncan, here's to you if you're watching. Regardless, let's continue. Okay. Come back to us, captains. We've got ample strength and regenerating bodies. So the devils are talking to the now cured Dorian Broggy. Okay? Enjoy the feeling of liberation, unchained by any concepts of evil. Okay? And so one of the devils goes in, boom, pierces through not only the shield of Dory, but through his arm. Which, by the way, this is the first time I've said it correctly. I've always gotten it wrong. Now that I've watched the live action, I know exactly in my brain which one's Dory, which one's Broggy. We're good. It's only taken me like 5 years. Okay. Just feel this power, Captain Dory. Boom. Impales with a trident onto his arm. Crazy. Oh, and we see even a panel specific of the thing piercing through the arm. Okay. Look at how you submit to a new master. So much for the pride of the giant pirates. That's Dory talking, and he's still smiling ear to ear, which, by the way, I saw this specific panel. I didn't read it, but I saw because my brother was reading it. And I was like, dude, keep that away from me. I have not read the chapter. Comes out tomorrow, okay? Calm down. And so we see a big... It looks like Loki, but there's like a big panel, a panel of one of the giant warrior devil pirates. You empty-headed fools! You should be ashamed of yourselves. and that seems to be tucking towards Dorian Bragi and the rest of the I think Stanson and Hyden are the other ones that are there. So we cut to Team Chopper. Chopper, it's your moment. Holy shit! Maybe you do get something this chapter. Holy what? Team Chopper by the lift in the Sun World. Okay. Hey, stop this. We were comrades in battle. I can't attack you guys. DDT Rhodes. DDT Rhodes. And so now it seems to be Giant Warrior Devil Pirates talking to the Giant Warrior Pirates. You can't attack us. Is that your excuse? Come back to our side, Kashi. It's inevitable to have an undying body. And so they're talking to Kashi. I always get them wrong as well. Oimo and Kashi. Oimo seems to be the ginger, and Kashi is the other one. The one with like the big thing. what a great description. The great thing. You say you can't attack us, but could you do it even if you wanted to? Let's see you try. And so we see Chopper. Chopper is down below, just like this, very very small, very very cute little Chopper next to a big giant flip. No. Yeah, I thought they all went away. Be careful, Kashi. If you get surrounded, you'll be turned into a demon too. So that's Chopper talking. Maybe Chopper becomes demon. Chopper, do we have to do a demon suit for you? That'd be cool. If we get Dummy Reversey Chopper, because they should Dummy Reversey one of the. But I don't think it would work. Because the prevailing theory so far is that this is supposed to be Dummy Reversey works in specifically your native island, and Chopper's not native to here, so it's a shame. It would be cool if we got like Dummy Reversey versions, maybe in an SVS. Maybe in an SVS. Oda, what would Chopper look if he, in his Monster Point, got turned into a Dummy Reversey? And then Oda's like, oh, here you go. That would be awesome. I would like to draw that. I think I'm gonna draw that afterwards, after this live is over. Please, Kashi, you gotta fight. So that's Chopper talking, and Kashi goes, I can't. We've been friends for decades. I cannot hurt them. Kashi! Hey, Gantonio. What a name! Gantonio. We've known each other for ages, but I gotta get something off my chest. Whenever you asked for a bite, you always took half. And so, Bragi comes in and seems to be the one that's talking. Sorry, Captain. And boom, Bragi cuts. What was his name? Gantonio comes Gantonio down. And so the Stanson, Hyden, and Dory seem to be doing the same thing. We see Hyden go Gungnir Ikoku Sovereignty, and so he's doing it by himself. And so boom, kills one. Oh no, okay, it's Gungnir. Boom, kills one. Then Dory goes Ikoku Sovereignty on his own, which is okay. So Ikoku Sovereignty is by himself, and then Hakoku Sovereignty is together. That's what I think I'm following, and I never knew that. And then Stanson goes Giant Trauma and kills another one. And now Sorrow goes, because I'm reading this, 3-sword style, Red Ogre, Mega Rage. And cuts in like 4 pieces, and through the head, like this, like a cross. He does like a massive cross through the giant. Okay? Red Ogre. It's interesting because the Red Ogre is Bragi. So does he have a Blue Ogre attack as well? Or maybe Usopp has a Blue Ogre attack. Or maybe Sanji does. I don't know. But it's interesting because there's also that duality, and I just watched it because of live action. The duality between Dorian Bragi and Sora and Sanji, where Sora and Sanji were doing that little thing together, where, Landreth, welcome, PP. I've never had you guys for these One Piece read-throughs, so I'm glad to have you guys, even if you're just dropping by for a second. I appreciate you, Landreth. I should make you mod here as well. Because we might be doing multi streams, and I don't know how to do that, but I'm gonna figure it out, and we're gonna do it in the future. I don't know when. But regardless, okay, yeah, I was talking Sora and Sanji in One Piece live action, specifically in Little Garden. They are doing this competition where they're seeing who can kill the most dinosaurs for food. And so the 100-year battle that Dorian Bragi had was because of it. So the fact that Sora is supposed to be the red ogre here would mean that Sanji is the blue ogre. Because initially the 100 years battle was because, and they didn't even remember, but it was because of the same thing. They arrived in Little Garden, and they were like, "Oh, maybe let's see who can catch the biggest and best and the most dinosaur meat," and that's what happened, which is fun. Imagine like the title for Zoro changes from Pirate Hunter to Red Ogre. That would be fun. Nah, let's not have that because the epithets should be they should be unique. Okay. Don't worry. You guys won't die from this. Terrifically fatal stuff. They try and fit the word inside the bubble and they kind of like change it together. Like they just kind of like put a hyphen and then continue it. And so I have a little trouble reading that sometimes. And so that seems to be Ja Rule talking. And Ja Rule goes, but do they seem a little too eager? So we cut back to Team Chopper. Okay, Chopper, it's your time again. I gotta stop referring to him every time. Every time they mention his name. Look, Chopper. He's just over here chilling. Okay. Team Chopper. So we hear a scream. I can only assume it's Chopper. Run away, Kashi. I'm sorry, but I can't do it. So we see Chopper. He is terrified. He's mortified. And we see Gaban, who is also terrified and mortified. And I don't know why. Oh, and so Chopper goes to the muster point without. Oh no, he did. He went correct. I didn't even notice it. He did consume one of the rumble balls. So he consumes the rumble ball, turns to the monster point, seems, and he goes, knock it off, jerk! Boom! And so he knocks on one of the giant warrior devil pirates. Gah! Ha 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 ha! That doesn't hurt. It doesn't even. And so it seems like a little shadow with a mouth comes out of the devil. I wonder what happened. Did Usopp? Did Chopper? Did you unlock a new technique, Chopper? What is going on? So he falls, thud, falls and flips. Did he die? And so Chopper goes, huh? He's back. But why? So maybe killing them isn't the way to, like, maybe it's been, it would make sense if it didn't turn out to be that by killing them is how they get turned, but that was just a misunderstanding because it happened to happen at the same time as they did something else. Because Dummy Reversi, at least Reversi, Othello, is a game, again, I've explained this a million times. You have like 3 black pieces, and you have a white piece over here, and if you have you put another white piece over here, these all turn into white pieces, and the same goes for white pieces into black pieces, right? So if you, in this scenario, if you have 3 giant devil warrior pirates, and you put a giant warrior pirate over here, and then you put like a straw hat over here, this should turn back to good. In the same way, if you have 2 over here, if you have 3 straw hats, and then you put 2 giant warrior devil pirates, they should turn. Maybe. If it's supposed to be like in Reversi in the actual Othello game, it should be that way. But regardless, it seems maybe Oda noticed that people didn't like it, and he's retconning it. I don't know. Or maybe he's been teasing it the entire time. I'm not sure. Because we did check Sebek when he died, he turned after he was killed. Like we guessed, he was killed by Garp and Roger, and he turned. Which might even, if this is what I think it is, maybe they didn't win because they didn't turn him because they killed him, but because they got in between him. right? I would assume. I don't know. I wonder what's going on. I have a lot of questions. As soon as the chapter, okay? Because we're not even halfway through. Yeah, we're not even halfway through. Holy shit! It's 19 pages. Oh, so he turned. Huh? He's back. But why? And so we cut to by the owl library. And so someone goes, "Black balls." Is this Usopp? Yum. Okay. What? And so we see a cloud. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a explosion cloud. Curse you, you fiends! And so we see Killingham. Killingham has been restrained. The racist bitch against the fishman, which doesn't even make sense because I'm pretty sure he is a fishman. Do you have any idea? And he doesn't have his breathing bubble anymore, his helmet. So he's breathing. He was talking about like how he doesn't have to breathe the same air as those disgusting fishmen. That's what he said. But now it seems he's being forced to breathe the same air as those disgusting fishmen. Okay? Do you have any idea what kind of hell awaits commoners who dare to defy God? You're not a god. Get the fuck out of here. These celestial dragons, they really need to be put in their place. I can't wait for the moment someone claps their ass. Which has happened multiple times, but no, they've never been like all of them humbled. They need to be humbled, big time. Get your hands off me, you filthy fish! Oh my god! And he's being grabbed by the hair by Jinbei, and he's saying that. And Jinbei goes, "When you're just ahead, all you can do is bark." How is he just that? What the hell happened? What did we miss? And so Frankie goes, if we put him in boxes or something, that should keep his parts separate. Okay. Amazing. And Nami is feeding Zeus. Zeus goes, "Thank you guys. Supposedly there's a way to finish them off." Is that Sanji speaking? So these are the knights who protect the Holy Land. So that's Sanji, and Sanji is sitting on his body. But what's funny is it seems the helmet is intact and it's by the head, but by where the head's supposed to be. Maybe because it's supposed to be part of the suit itself, but they actually did remove the head, took it out. Crazy. Okay. So Frankie goes, "I think we got too strong, Sanji. Luffy is an emperor now. The only two that are like lagging behind are essentially Chopper. You are lagging behind. Well, it seems you did something, but Usopp's the main one. So, for the love of God, please, Oda, tell me you're teasing that the big reveal at the end of the chapter is that Usopp's gonna do something crazy, okay? Because he's even talking. Yeah, Luffy's an emperor now. Yeah, Sanji goes, "Yeah, I'd like to believe that. But it's sickening to think that Elbaf was brought to its knees by this scum." And he looks down at Killingham. Killingham goes, "Huh, that's right, maggots. Keep overlooking us. Bro, you're fucking no one. You're nothing. Get the fuck out of here." And we see a panel of Jinbei, and in the background we see a little bubble that says "Go stomp." So it seems that Sanji stomped down on his body or something. Be careful, one of them is still unharmed. That's Jinbei talking, and I wonder who they're talking about. Are they talking about Gonko, who is also Emu, or are we talking about Summers, which I'm not entirely sure what happened to him. He was defeated. So Nami goes, "Zeus, there's fire burning all over Elbaf." "It sure is. So I want you to keep dropping rain on it." And Zeus goes, "Okay, I will do." And so we see Loki's Nidhogger, and he is he's flying around Elbaf, over Elbaf, soaring. And I'm not sure if it's his laugh, but we hear "Dog!" And so we hear Luffy's laugh. And someone goes, "Kuriri, kuriri, kuriri." Oh, hey, Sanji, Nami, Frankie, Jinbei, And so Luffy in Gear 5, let's pull out one of my Gear 5 figures. Let's pull out this one. So Luffy in his Gear 5 form. For those of you who are from my other stuff and haven't seen Luffy in Gear 5, here he is. Okay. Okay. Whoa! It's enormous, like a Neptunian. And so that's Jinbei talking. Sanji says, if it's with you, then is that Loki? And Frankie goes, ha ha ha! What? Are you guys buds? Damn, that's so cool! Super! And Luffy, still in Gear 5 form, goes, right! He's so huge, it's ridiculous! And Loki, in his Nidhogger form, he does not look happy. And Nami goes, are you all idiots? And so she is furious. Oh, that's the name of the chapter. Oh, okay. Maybe that's what it is. So she is furious, and everyone seems to react, including Loki. And Nami says, there you go, making friends with weirdos again. Yes, it's nice that he's taking out all the monsters, but the flames he's spitting out are just making the problem worse. Don't you get it? And so she is pissed. You can see it on her face. She is pissed. If you help the enemy burn down Elbaf, then what was the goddamn point? Get a clue. And Loki is like, I don't know if he is mad or if he's like taken aback. And so we see Ratatasker pat Luffy on the back and just like saddened and be like, oh my god, here we go. And so, is that Luffy? Oh, Luffy turns around and yells very furiously, I got yelled at because of you, Loki! And so Loki then very furiously as well spits out flames at Luffy, or electricity. I'm not entirely sure what it's supposed to be. He shoots out his flames at Luffy and goes, I'm destroying the people who are harming Elbaf. Why should I be scolded by your crewmates? Your crewmates? Interesting, because I really don't want him to join the crew. I know he was invited, and I know people want him in the crew. I don't want him in the crew. We have enough people in the crew as it is, and if we're going to get any new people in the crew, they need to be people that we've known for a long time, not people that were introduced in the final, like, 200 chapters of the story. Oh, it's just lightning. So Luffy was like, ah! Oh, it's just lightning. Why doesn't it work on you? If it did, I'd whoop your butt right now. Goddamn Loki, man. He is being silly. I like it. I always like serious characters that have a good potential to be very, very silly. The same way goes around. I feel like that's the only two archetypes that should, in theory, exist, because that's what makes them human, right? Boom. So we hear boom, Luffy turns around, and we get to see I don't know if this is a cutout, like, oh, this is like unrelated, like the next chapter that we're going to see is the next panels that we're going to see are unrelated, or if Luffy's reacting to it. I don't know. Weird paneling. Anyways, we see Team Brook, Branch Route 8. I love that it says team, but it's just him. Team Brook, Branch Route 8. Please, Usopp, you have to run away. This is Usopp's moment. So it seems Gonko Imu is holding Brook by the collar, by the neck. He seems beaten. Last time that we saw him was in 1173. Brook was fighting Imu, specifically, because Gonko was gone. Princess Sherry, whatever you want to call him, was gone. You have to run away. I only did this for my own, on my own, for personal reasons. She is too dangerous. Oh, okay, so she's not holding... It's very tiny. She's not holding him by the collar. He has a sword stuck on his ribs, and he is pinned down. And Usopp, on the ground, all beaten, and like, oh my god, and he goes, you expect me to run and leave a friend behind, Brook. A real warrior doesn't run away. Oda, Oda, Oda. And Brook goes, Usopp. Usopp goes, I've been dreaming of this place for years, and I'm not going to humiliate myself here. More importantly, I am furious. You see, Brook, these guys are disrespecting Elbaf, and we see, I don't know if this is Emu or Gonko already, sneaking around, kidnapping children. You attack the kingdom with monsters rather than using your own strength, taking over the minds of proud, noble warriors and forcing them to kill each other. And so Emu runs at Usopp. Your plan is scummy, cowardly, and cheap. Shame on, and he is cut off. Boom! Usopp! Look. Like he's like, oh! So Gonko was like this. I don't know what she's about to do. Maybe she's about to spirit bomb him. I don't fucking know what's going on. Oh, it's not an Usopp. Boom! Something happens to Brook. I don't know what's going on. And so Usopp gets up. Huff, huff. Elbaf is a nation of warriors. And so he pulls on his black kabuto. Elbaf is a nation of warriors that have lived by their swords, their shields, and their very lives. If you want to rule over them, at least have the pride to fight them head on, you coward! And Emu goes, one who rules does not sully their hands with such tawdry matters. And Usopp says, skull, blast, grass, fire. Boom! And so in the end, we see Usopp lying on the ground, Brook lying on the ground, and Emu still standing with various holes all over her body. So we see a close-up of her face. And so Luffy looks down. And Luffy and Loki goes, this is the one. The source of the haki that reached the underworld. And so Luffy goes down. He says, Usopp, Brook. He stands over Usopp. We see Brook in the background. Hey Loki, I am pissed. And so Loki goes, forgiveness was never an option. Emu looks over and says, thou canst obey or die. Nika, Nidhogger, this battle will divide the world. Chapter 1177. End. Now, a couple important things happen in this chapter. For one, it seems our boy Chopper has figured out a way to turn everyone back into from the Riverse. And I think killing them is not the answer. Two, the major players from the world government side seem to have been defeated. The only remaining, because even Gonko or Prince Shuri or whatever you want to call her, she is out because she doesn't want to be involved. However, Emu, on the other hand, seems to be. And not only was she damaged and couldn't really kill Usopp, somehow I legitimately don't understand what does she do. It doesn't seem to me like she is specifically a fighter. And the way that she talks, she says, "Oh," that she tells Usopp, a ruler doesn't need to fight. A ruler wouldn't. At least that's how she portrays it. Like she makes other people fight for them, which sure, that's how rulers have worked for pretty much all of history. Um, but in part that's because, and that's not necessarily true. In the Qing Dynasty, the Roman Empire, leaders, technically, leaders very much like the Elba warriors, people that are actively fighting. They fight. They're not only strategists, but they are leaders in battle. They actively lead their men through the battlefield and they cut off as many heads as they can and return home because they are the leaders because they are the strongest. However, in political affairs, like in modern wars, we see these people fighting, but the leader isn't about strength. Because now we're in technology. Now we're in, I guess, in places like this, we have magic that is given upon someone else. And so these people usually stay behind because they are about intelligence. And I'm not specifically talking, oh, the smartest people or like the dumbest people, or like the smartest people stay behind and the dumbest people go on and they are all brute force and they kill each other. No, because they're using rifles and technology and all these training. Fine. But the intelligence is the one, the strategist. They know all the secrets. They know the formulas. They are important people that need to be protected. Not only because they are the ones that have all the knowledge to be able to continue creating all the weapons and everything, but because they are also the ones that inspire people. They are the ones that inspire people to go on to war. They are the people that make all the plans. They are the people that some people look upwards to. We've seen this with like queens and kings. With ruling, it is with modern ruling as of like the medieval era, post medieval era onwards. It's more about the strategy and the intelligence, rather than the actual physical power that we would see in like tribes and Vikings and stuff like that. So naturally, a government and specifically a ruler of this kind is different to the people of the past that are the Elbaf warriors. Now, this still contains magic. So even though they are, this is different, and this one specifically is about arrogance because Imu is supposed to be very, very powerful. Now, Oda choosing to put Usopp to finally be brave and be furious and not at all like afraid of, and only Brook even told him, you should run away. I did this for my own personal reasons. This is not our fight. This is not your fight. This was not anyone's fight. I just did this because I wanted to. And Usopp stayed there and went, oh no, this is personal for me as well. That's very important for me. That's very interesting to me. It really, really highlights that idea of like what in our brains, Oda is putting what in our brains is the weakest person in the One Piece verse against what's supposed to be the strongest person in the One Piece verse. Despite we haven't really seen what Imu can do, and we haven't seen the potential in full of what Usopp can do. And while I am content with the fact that Usopp really did something and stepped up and made it sort of his arc, he still didn't use a new ability. He didn't gain anything in the same way that the others have. Even Chopper, I think, may have gained something here. Maybe he used Haki in a way that no one has seen. Maybe, I don't know. I really hope this is not the end for these two. I really hope that it's not the end for him, even though this might as well could be, and it's like the passing of the torch. Luffy take care of the rest. Because I really think, while this is very good, and I would not call this. I was thinking the entire week, like, if Usopp really doesn't do anything, this is gonna be one of my least favorite arcs. It really would be, because I haven't particularly loved this arc. It's growing on me a little, but like, this, I wouldn't even call it into my top 10. As it is, I really wouldn't call it into my top 10. I feel like I haven't screamed in the manner that I just did with the Usopp way since Egghead. I think Egghead, and I know it's literally one arc ago, but like, it's been 3 years. It's been pretty much 3 years. Okay, it's wild that in 2 years I've only screamed one other time. The last time, it was also, I think, an Usopp moment. And it's not because he's one of my favorites. I just really think that was a hype moment. And I haven't felt that kind of like, oh my god, this is happening. Oh my god, what the hell, that's crazy. In a long, long time, I haven't felt that little moment of screaming that I would feel with, like, I don't know, if we got a Nintendo Direct. Like, oh my god, there's a new F-Zero. I don't fucking know. I'm just throwing something out there, but I haven't felt that sense of needing to scream into a pillow in a very long time. And I don't know what people are saying, because of course I haven't seen any of the King of Lightning videos, or I haven't seen, because I did this late. I haven't seen Roger's reaction. I don't know what people are saying. I want to read the comments, because I don't have anyone in chat that like either reads or has any thoughts. If you guys do have any thoughts, please do share with me. I've only gotten people from my Discord this time around. Maybe I shouldn't have. I just didn't want to stream at the time that it was. But I want to read some of the comments. It says the squirrel patting Luffy on the back, best panel in One Piece. That's very funny, and it also brings me back to like Ratatasker. I really hope, maybe, because people have been talking about this, that Loki is turned. That Loki is turned to Domi-Reversi. And maybe Luffy's turned to Domi-Reversi. Those would be interesting if they happen. If the theory of how Domi-Reversi works is true, then Luffy can't be turned. But I really hope Loki does, because that would separate Loki from Ratatasker. Ratatasker naturally isn't evil. And even if Loki turns evil, Ratatasker shouldn't turn evil. So Ratatasker should change masters for someone. And it's a very powerful weapon that chooses its owner. I really hope that that's where Usopp comes in. And I really hope that he doesn't stay like this, just lying there throughout the rest of the fight. I really do hope we get like 1, 2, maybe maximum three chapters of the fight between Luffy and Loki and Imu. But I want them to lose. In the same way that I don't think Usopp should have won and gone completely unscathed here. As hype as it would have been, I think the best thing that could have happened was him losing pretty much immediately here. Because it also sets up, possibly, and even if it doesn't, that makes sense. But if it does set up, when Usopp finally goes clunk, 10 ton, or even 50 ton, or 100 tons, Usopp hammer. We haven't seen him use Usopp hammer since, I want to say, pre-time skip. And the last time that we actually saw him do it was in a movie in the post-time skip. A movie. I think it was Film Gold, the last time that we actually saw him do that. Or maybe Film C, or maybe Film... I don't know. It's weird. I know it was in a movie. I'm not entirely sure what movie, but I know it was in a movie. And so, getting to see him actually fulfill his lie of actually grabbing a 100-ton hammer and fucking clunking down on Imu and seeing her be dispersed, that would be the best thing. That would be the best thing. Okay, continue reading the comments. Nami scolding Luffy and him feeling remorse. How I missed these interactions. Yes, Loki, Oda seems to be reverting back to how it was pre-time skip, the way that it was around Fishman Island. He seems to be getting back that groove, and may have been because of the live action. I think him revisiting pre-time skip in a way is making him notice, because even with the One Piece or like with the remade chapter episodes, I doubt he oversaw those. I think he has been too invested into what he has been doing for the last like 15 years, which is not even 15 years. It's been like 17 years of post time skip. I think I'm not entirely sure how long it's been. But we have been on One Piece for like 27 years now, and 17 of those years are probably post time skip. And it's crazy that he hasn't revisited these old interactions from pre time skip. And I really wonder if he, now that he's getting the chance to, and maybe he watched One Piece live action season 1 and 2 again, he's noticing, oh yeah, with Matt Owens, all these people revisiting these characters and reimagining them. Oh, I'm starting to remember how I used to write their interactions, how I used to write their character moments back then. And that's very good. If that's what happened, and he's noticing, oh, maybe I should revert to the way things used to be and like a return to form, that's great. That's great, and I really hope that it is the case. Now, Darkness of Shadow says, Usopp stocks are finally up. First Straw Hat to damage Emu. Luffy and Loki versus Emu next. Love how Nami shoot out Luffy and Loki. Usopp is the GOAT. Usopp is the GOAT. That is true. Usopp gonna cook next chapter. Trust. I don't think it's gonna happen next chapter. It's definitely gonna be in the next like 5 to 7 chapters, but it's not gonna be in the next chapter. Usopp is down for the count for the moment until Loki is dummy reversing, which I really think is gonna happen. Just waiting. Sniper King return. Very good chapter, by the way. Just waiting for the Sniper King. That would be really good. If like if we go to Sniper Island. If like there's maybe instead that would be cool. That would be really cool if like the chapter the arc ends and they erect another statue of Usopp, but this time they name it Sniper Island. Oh, that would be awesome. And so there's like a little part of Elbaf that just says here this is Sniper Island, the land of the Sniper King. That would be cool. That would be cool. Lightning not working on Luffy is going to be one of the best recurring gags. It is. Usopp finally did something, but it did nothing. Yeah, no, I think that's what's gonna happen. I really hope that it's not the case, like, long term, as like, Luffy ends up beating the villain again. No, this is the one arc that I think needs to end with Luffy not delivering the final blow. Out of the entire story, I really think that this one should go to the Straw Hats, not Straw Hat. This one needs to go to the rest of the team, specifically Usopp. And I hope that Sanji gets to the Blue Ogre as well, next chapter. I just remember that. STFUMUKUL says, I'm sorry, I don't know why I decided to read that one specifically. I'm sorry, Usopp, my king, for doubting your bravery. I'm going to give that one a like. Next chapter, Loki. Loki is going to say, that's right, you little bug. I am Nika, the god of destruction of this world. And Luffy goes, so I am the not dog guy then? And Emu just is pissed. I don't think Luffy even knows that that he is Nika. I don't think he has been told that. Has he? I think maybe he was. I don't remember. Nami continues to be the adult in the room. Toei definitely gonna censor the hell out of these undying fights. I hope not. Usopp's rise is finally here. Let's go Pachinko, Kabuto, Black Kabuto. A warrior of Elbaf never fights dirty. I really hope that he does, though. I really hope that Usopp stops with the pop greens, runs out of... We've never seen him run out of pop greens. I hope he runs out of pop greens. That would be awesome. If he runs out of pop greens and is, like, made to use something else. The Flame Star, the Pepper Star. We've seen him use, like, Ninja Stars. We've seen him use elastic rubber bands. The the seashells. We've seen him use a lot of different things that are now like made into the Black Capital. No, no. I want to see him run out of ammo and have him use other things and end with the Ratatasker Ragnar. Okay. Alright, guys, it's been 29 years, but we'll finally get a glimpse of the final fight. It's been 29 years? Maybe 29 years since Wanted? I'm not sure. So how will Luffy react to being called Nika this time? And what will the giants who hear it think? It's a good question, because again, I brought up that I don't know if he knows. Loki be like, does lightning not affect you? I know, you were late to the party. I don't know how many comments are there. There are a lot of comments. Usually there's like a couple comments. Oh my god, we're there. Yeah. It seems, let's go Usopp, Luffy, huge Oda. I love that Squirrels just pat him. There's a lot of talks of Usopp, Loki, and no mention of Chopper. That's another thing. Chopper, they didn't talk to you about they don't seem to be noticing someone's mad. Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna keep reading these comments later by myself. But anyways, I don't know if I have any more thoughts. That was a great chapter. I'm really happy with it. And thank you all so much for watching. I really hope that we can do more streams like this. Hopefully there's no break next week. I would have to check. Let me check. Is there one? I don't know. Let me see. Next chapter is March 29th. Yeah, that's this week. That's this week. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see all of you on the flip side. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope other people watch this broadcast in the VODs. And yeah, I really like this format. I will keep doing it. Anyways, see you guys. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.